Look at this crowd. Millions of people pouring through the digital doors of platforms like Spotify, Zoom, and Canva every single day. And for a huge portion of them, the price of admission is exactly $0. It raises an obvious question. How do these massive global tech operations keep the lights on? They aren't relying entirely on ad revenue, yet they are handing out their core product for free to the majority of their users. This diagram shows the difference between two distinct strategies. The top line is a free trial. You get the full product, but after 30 days, your access is cut. The bottom line is true freemium. You get basic access forever with no expiration date. But if you want advanced features, you hit a paywall. This model functions as a customer acquisition tool. By removing the price tag, companies bypass human loss aversion, our innate psychological fear of wasting money. Without that financial barrier, the friction to try a new tool vanishes. Because software has a marginal cost of nearly zero to duplicate, the expense of hosting these free users replaces traditional advertising spend. Instead of buying billboards, companies give away the product to build a massive, stable user base that is difficult for competitors to lure away. But as the scale shows, providing services for free creates a massive financial burden. Every new user adds to the hosting and support bill. If the conversion to paid tiers is too slow, the company will quickly drain its cash reserves. Investors call this specific problem the penny gap. In software, the distance between charging someone $0 and charging them $1 is the widest chasm in business. Getting a user to take that very first step is the hardest obstacle a startup faces. If a company puts too many high-value features in the free tier, users get everything they need without spending a dime. They become permanent freeloaders, perfectly happy to stay on the $0 side for the life of the product. On the flip side, if the free tier is overly restrictive and demands money the moment a user clicks a button, the user feels tricked. They delete the app and abandon the software entirely before they've even seen how it works. To survive the penny gap, a company must design a very specific level of friction. They have to frustrate the user just enough to trigger a purchase, but not enough to trigger abandonment. The strategy relies on a specific sequence. The user must experience the core value of the product, the moment where the software actually solves their problem before they encounter any restrictions. Once they are hooked, companies limit access in 4 specific ways. Look at this workflow. This is a usage limit. The company provides every tool available, but caps the total number of times you can use them per month. You can generate 3 invoices for your clients perfectly, but the 4th one triggers a prompt to upgrade. The second method is a feature limit. The basic tools are free, but anything that saves you significant time or provides a professional look, like the ability to export high-resolution video, is locked behind a subscription. Here we see a capacity limit. The software gives you a restricted amount of storage space. Over time, as it fills up, you are forced to choose between deleting old work or paying to keep it all in one place. Finally, there is the support limit. Free users are left to dig through community forums and read manuals to solve their own problems. Paying users get instant access to a human being who fixes the issue for them. These friction points act as the load-bearing walls of a company's revenue model. Place them incorrectly, and the business cannot sustain itself. Consider a Siam Inventory, a company providing stock management software for small businesses. Despite high signups, they were stuck with a dismal 0.5% conversion rate. Their paywall was simply built in a place that didn't reflect how their customers actually worked. This was their original setup. Users had full access to the software, but the system locked down after they entered 100 individual products into their inventory. The company expected users to pay when they hit the limit. Instead, as you can see, store owners just deleted older, discontinued products to make room for new ones. They actively avoided the paywall, and the company continued to lose money on hosting costs. Consultants shifted the strategy. They removed the product cap entirely, allowing unlimited inventory. However, they drew a strict boundary. The free account was restricted to exactly 1 physical warehouse location and 1 employee login. By removing the cap on items, business owners could load their entire catalog into the system. The software quickly became the essential daily tool for their entire operation. The friction now hit at a point of natural growth. When a store succeeded and needed to open a second branch or hire an assistant to manage orders, they hit that login limit. Because the software was already integrated into their business, the upgrade was the only logical path forward. Because the friction was now aligned with the customer's actual success, conversion rates jumped from 0.5% to 8%. The company moved from losing money to generating significant profit in just 3 months. Even with optimized paywalls, the majority of users will never pay. But in a properly designed system, those free users are valuable assets rather than just a cost to be managed. Take a look at this email. By forcing an unremovable logo watermark onto the bottom of every message sent by a free user, the software turns every non-paying account into an active advertisement. This is the calculus of the freemium model. The free users act as a barrier to entry for competitors by flooding the market, while the premium users provide the cash flow to sustain the entire system. Separating the bait from the profit generator is a calculated move, and it isn't limited to digital software. Physical hardware companies do the exact same thing. Next time, we'll see why companies sell a physical machine at a loss, just to lock you into a lifetime of high-margin refills.